Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the podcast of Sirens, Scrubs, and Sippy Cups. I'm Chris Corbello. This is Brian Ruiz. Welcome to our podcast. This is episode number 1. Brian, I'm glad we're able to do this, man.
I'm glad about it. We're super excited. Hey, thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this journey that we're gonna enjoy. We're gonna start off.
Why did we start this? Where's the background here?
You know, this is a great question. You know, it's just honestly, it's just two dads kicking it back in the garage. A little bit about just our life journeys, topics that we like to talk about, and we're just gonna start recording them and, you know, put them in a book type of format for the sense of like, this is what we talk about in life, this is who we are, and it's casual conversation. So just two dads, man.
And because we're so busy that we don't get a chance to hang out as much anymore, so we told our wives that, hey, we're gonna just start a podcast late at night in the garage, and they kind of let us go with it. So this, if nothing else, this is just us to hang out, right?
This is our bromance. This is our bromance kicking off.
This is it, man. We've been friends for how long now? Too long.
Too long, man. We've been, I don't want to say since like 90, it was around like 96, 94.
Yeah.
Somewhere, not 94, like 96, 97 is when we really kicked off. Grew up in Miami. I grew up in Miami. So did he. Born and raised Miami boys. Hialeah, Miami Lakes, northwest Dade, technically
Northwest
speaking.
Dade County, baby.
Yeah, Dade County boys. And nothing like the U. We're big U fans.
Huge.
We're gonna bring on special guests. You know, there's a lot of features in this podcast. We're just gonna give you a little lowdown, a little feature. We're gonna bring on special guests so you get to know people that we care about and their life journey. The coolest thing we're gonna do in this podcast, if you wanna bring it up.
Yeah, man. So this not just our little table, but this is a box, right? So what's in this box? There's always gonna be something in the box. Sometimes we might know what it is. Sometimes we may not know what it is, but we're all gonna discover it together. That'll be towards the end of the segment. I think this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be random. And if nothing else, a topic of conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. And the best part is you have to stay tuned till the end.
Stay tuned.
In order to find out what's in this box. Today we do know what's in there, or we don't. But you'll stay tuned or you'll find out.
So why Sirens, Scrubs, and Sippy Cups? Well, Sirens, I'm a firefighter paramedic. Scrubs, because Brian is a nurse practitioner. And Sippy Cups, because we're just a couple of dads, man. And that's what it's all about. That's why we're here.
Yeah, man, we're proud to be fathers. We're proud to be healthcare workers, and that's our background. And that's the reason for the title of the podcast is literally for us to join together that we've always wanted to do and just feature it to you guys.
Bring out some ideas, some advice, some stories, and some good laughs.
Yeah, man. I know you guys want to know, just like I want to know. What's up with the shirt, bro? What's up with the shirt?
Well, this is our 4th of July is coming up, so this is our 4th of July feature.
Oh, okay. So it's super nice. I like it. It looks clean. There's palm trees. If you guys can't see it, there's palm trees. There's an American flag.
Listen, bro, growing up, watching any kind of movie, every dad on TV had a tacky holiday button-down shirt. And this is what this is about, right?
I just like everybody wants to know, and so do I. That looks like it came out of the bottom of the laundry basket.
Definitely came from the back of the closet, I'll tell you that much. Hey, man, I'm here to rep it. I'm all about it. The tacky button-down shirt, you love to see it, and I'm all about it.
You know, I really wanted to join him on something but I was like, you know what? Let him feature and start strong as that dad,
We're going in. We got the red, white, and blue hat.
Oh, super nice.
Boss, our sponsors on it. Love to see it.
All right.
Cheetah Can.
So sponsored today's video and the podcast in general will be Cheetah Can. And Cheetah Can is a home service that can provide you homeowners a trash day solution. Cheetah Can will be able to move your trash can automatically for the rest of your life. All you have to do is just subscribe and you're done. And you can forget trash day for the rest of your life.
Driving to work and realizing, I did not take out the trash.
There's a truck.
And not only do I realize that, guess who's gonna realize that? Your wife, right? There's plenty of times I'm on shift and I'm like, oh, dude, the trash comes out today. There's nothing I can do about it. I hope my wife, I gotta call her, and the wife struggle with that when you can just have it taken care of forever, right?
So it's an automated service that can just show up to your house. And the best part about Cheetah Can, they send you picture proof of service. They send it right to.
So big shout out to Cheetah Can, a big sponsor. And I guess from there, we'll talk about today's episode. Today's episode is gonna be called Expectations. Brian has for years brought up that word. That might be his favorite word in the vocabulary.
We can all relate to it because we live life day in, day out, expecting things. I can promise.
Oh, here we go.
All fathers here can expect one thing: silence in their house. And now one father gets silence in the house. Why? Because we have a wife. We have that kid. And then we have that annoying best friend that wants to do a podcast. Hey, did you put Lucas to sleep yet? So, simple things. With today's podcast is going to go into expectations. So, just to give you the actual concrete definition of expectations, we went ahead and looked it up for you.
Definition of expectation: a strong belief that something will happen or be the case in the future. So what does that mean? What does that mean to me? What does that mean to you? Everybody has expectations. I have expectations. You have expectations.
Absolutely.
You guys have expectations, right?
You have expectations of this podcast. Now you have expectations that see what's in the box every single episode. So something so simple.
And you know who else has expectations? The biggest ones, the family, right? Our wives have expectations. My wife has an expectation that I'm gonna make it home before our new son's the feeding in another hour and a half. That's an expectation that I need to meet, right? Our kids have expectations. Work has expectations of us, our bosses, our coworkers.
We could be here for hours just talking about expectations on who expects what from one another. But there's something between a realistic expectation and an unrealistic expectation. And that's where that hard definition for me, just like what's in the definition of expectation, a strong belief. And it all boils down to that. It's a belief of what is going to happen or what will happen in the future. So, expectations have what we believe to come out of this podcast is just for you guys to, honestly just tag along.
Be entertained.
Be entertained and
Go the ride.
And understand our viewpoints on certain topics.
Expectation is that you guys are gonna like us on Instagram, follow us, YouTube.
So it's like, subscribe, and share.
Like, subscribe, and share. That's it, baby.
All I gotta say is I expect nothing but best out of you, buddy.
Well,
as a father,
and
as a husband,
here we go.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to our conversations. So expectations is so funny. Like, us talking about that, like, the other day at work, I have a normal routine on how I talk to patients and this and that. So I expect every encounter I do with patients that I always have done to be the same. And I had this one encounter with one patient that didn't go as smooth. And I go back in time and I'm like, what happened that I was expecting to go a certain way and it didn't? So the perception in the encounter on what I was expecting didn't happen. So it shocked me. I'm sure that's happened to you at work.
Oh, plenty of times, man. Me and the boys, expectations, right? First thing, get to work, check out the trucks. That's an expectation, automatic, right? But as far as, hey, now we expect to get around the table, discuss what the day is gonna bring, what our plan for the day is gonna be. But it never really ever goes to plan because sometimes we get toned out and boom, that expectation of what the morning routine was going to be. The routine is now blown up and now we're just kind of thinking on the fly here and the day's already going. But expectation it's everywhere. Everybody has it. We have it. Our patients have it. Our viewers have it. Our families have it. And there's so much to talk about with it. So much to talk about.
So one simple thing, I was watching another podcast I watch a lot of podcasts with entrepreneurs, somebody we look up to, common influencer in the CrossFit world. His name is Rich Froning. He has expectations and he's talked about it.
The legend.
This entrepreneur was talking about how he has struggled with understanding, and it's taken him a very long time to understand what people want. And the wants is what drives people to expect certain results. So something as simple as like you wake up in the morning, you expect your lights to turn on, you expect your water to run. But those are realistic expectations.
And sometimes it doesn't all go to plan, right? How many times has your expectation not gone to plan? And what happens? We get it. Everybody does. Why? Because we expected a different outcome than what's happening. You wake up and you expect your lights to turn on. or your water to go. You go to take a shower in the morning and you turn your water and guess what? Oh, no, there's no water. We forgot to pay the water bill or something happened. Maybe the water got shut off, whatever the reason. The expectation was it would turn on and now it's not. And now we're starting the day off poorly.
But, and there's one thing that I have learned, you know, through different viewpoints in life from different individuals. A lot of times is that we get so wrapped up in these negative moments in life, where in reality, these negative moments are just moments, even within a day, that still have positive outcomes. And these positive outcomes is what should outweigh these negative moments.
Kind of like it's such a cliche to say expect the unexpected, right? Because you can't. That's not realistic. But if you can kind of let things happen the way they happen, right? Like you said, it's just a moment in life. Don't let it define the day. If that moment happened, all right, we'll figure it out. We'll move on to the next expectation, the next event. Keep it moving, keep it flowing. Guys, everybody's busy. Everybody's got work. You're a parent. You figure it out. That's what we do.
Yeah,
as dads,
absolutely.
as house co-workers, as husbands, we figure it out.
And that's what
Right?
we are.
Everybody comes to us with their problems, right? Everybody. What do? We figure it out. That's their expectation. Now we're gonna figure things out.
When they call 911, their expectation is when you show up, you know what you're gonna do for them.
They're gonna fix the problem.
Yes.
Whatever it may be.
Yes. Acutely, long term, doesn't matter, but you're gonna give them some sort of solution. Result. Same thing. My aspect in healthcare, I am that result that they want the solution to their issue.
Yep.
And it's so hard sometimes, even in healthcare, we try to give patients the best answer to their illness and what's going on. And sometimes we just don't have the answer because there's many facets in healthcare, right? One of them is a specialist needs to dive in sometimes deeper. Sometimes you just need extra tools to really give the patient a true answer. And sometimes we won't even have an answer. Speaking to specialists, I've found countless patients that have seen specialties physicians within well-respected organizations and can't get an answer from them. But the patient is expecting an answer because they're at that appropriate institution.
Yeah.
So expectations, man, it's a tough word. It's a never-ending topic. You gotta be realistic.
I feel like half of the fights in relationships come because of expectations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, your wife expected you to take out the trash and you didn't call Cheetah Can, and now what? Now she's mad at you, right? You didn't do the right thing, or your kids expect you to wake up and start playing with them. They don't care that I was up all night at work. They don't care that you had a long day at work. When you get home, your kid's expectation is that you're going to be their dad, to be their father, and you're going to play with them and provide them with whatever they need, right? That's their, and they don't care about you, about me, how our day went. They just care about their expectation, right? Especially being kids.
My son, he can expect me to hold his hand to go to sleep every single night. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. This podcast, I promise you, will not start until I'm done holding my son's hand. It is the expectation of even within small children. And I'm sure he's expecting certain things out of me, being that comfy dad life when you're, just kicking it back with a homeboy and
Yeah. No, man. I mean, hey, I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we got to do this.
get it off our chest, start the first episode, start it right.
I think starting with expectations, well, I mean, guys, we talk about expectations daily. That is a daily topic of conversation. What was your expectation today? Where if something doesn't go right, our kids get sick, our wives get sick, something breaks in the house, we laugh it off. Hey, was that your expectation today? What's the solution, right? Instead of worrying about, I guess, the comfort in what your expectation was, the bigger question is, what's the solution?
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's what this episode is about, is learning that we're all gonna have expectations, but we all better bring solutions.
And as fathers, and to circle back to why we named the podcast Sippy Cups, because we're fathers, and fathers are that figure in families that provide solutions for their family. We have that value, we have that moral as fathers in our life, that we are it. The kid has a question, there's a problem in the house, excuse me, someone gets hurt, someone needs attention in all facets of life, financial, hunger, health. We are there. And the expectation as a father, and we will live and die by that, is to provide that solution for that individual of the family, whether it's wife, my own dog, my son. I can promise you, my dog expects me to wake up every day at 6:30 in the morning, poner estos sandalias, put these sandals on, get out of my comfy bed.
Oh, bless
It's
that.
raining,
Bless him, honestly.
dry, don't matter.
Who cares?
Put the leash
He doesn't care.
and go out there and walk.
That's his expectations.
He gets up.
It's simple.
He lets me know. He lets me know. And I'm like, all right, I mean, how many expectations? I got to start the morning with an expectation already? But that's life, man. And it's just the life journey that we all go through it. You guys go through it. And it's something that just join along, man. Join along.
Who's the guy on game day now? The guy that took over for got a show on ESPN now.
Yeah, he has a whole show. Oh my God, I see him right now, bro. He gets on top of the chair all the time.
Guy's gonna kill me. If that guy can have his own podcast on ESPN with his boys, why can't we?
Yeah, no,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. But you know what? That's your expectation for us to become them. But no, in reality, we are us. You know, that's the reality of it. Like we can't expect, and we're not expecting for everybody to watch the show. We're not, and if it happens, it happens. This is just a documentary in life. There was one entrepreneur I listened to, and he mentioned he wishes that people document their life a little more. A lot of people would learn from them, and especially big time entrepreneurs. He mentioned 2 individuals just to figure out what their journey in life was. And I was curious, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, because they have become these huge conglomerate, like massive corporations in entrepreneurs. They created this huge business. So we're hoping to be able to grow this podcast and provide cool insights from different people.
Provide everyone's expectations that this will be entertaining.
Yeah, man.
That's what it comes down to. I know we're talking about expectations and this is what the title is, but this is gonna go 3 different ways now, right? We're just gonna start going. Whatever happens here. Right?
Absolutely.
This isn't Vegas.
You know, I just thought of it, and you know, I'm gonna start it up on the moment.
Here we go.
I'm gonna start it up in the moment. Like, maybe the next podcast should be glass half full.
Oh God, that is another one. That'll be another episode.
The glass half full.
How you look at things.
What? Yeah. How do you? Or what type of person are you? We'll get there. Next episode. Stay tuned.
Glass
It's coming.
half full, or is it half empty?
Maybe that'll be the 3rd episode. Maybe it'll be the 10th. But stick around, and you'll find out.
That's it, man. Speaking of Vegas,
Oh,
we had a good time in Vegas.
absolutely.
I can't believe the wives actually let us go, but we went. What were you, college still? You were already working. I was finishing nurses.
That was actually in the summer. That was in the summer of
Summer or fall?
of 2016.
Wow, it was. Yeah, it was. Wow.
Summer or fall?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think it was the summer.
Because in 2017 I got married, and that was before. That was before. I want to
before
say.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we really gonna bring that up here with everybody on episode 1 already?
Absolutely not.
Nah, I think that stays in the closet, guy. That stays in the closet.
That's even more in the boxes.
I don't know, bro. That stays in there. It ain't coming out.
So let's talk about this box.
Absolutely.
What is this segment that we're doing? What do we got planned here?
So,
What's in the box?
no, absolutely.
Where'd it come from? Who started it? Was this you? Was this me? Somebody else?
You know, yeah, I think this is a phenomenal question, but I think it came. I'm gonna give you full credit because, you know, you are the inventive guy here. That
Idea guy. Brian's the techie guy. I'm the idea guy. I promise you, I just show up. Brian's the one doing everything behind the scenes, honestly. So he gets all the credit.
I think it came from you, and we came together in agreement that we would bring something out of the box and to provide you guys that source of entertainment of like, oh, what's in there? And it could be as small as a pencil.
That would be really. I hope we don't do that.
I hope we don't
I think
do
they
that.
hope we don't do that.
Yeah, you know what?
That's an expectation that they're hoping for.
You know, it could be something from that, and it could be as big as like car keys to a new car.
What about a small?
You know, if you keep watching, who knows where this podcast can go? It'll be keys to a plane. That'll be wild.
Wait, you getting a plane?
Can you imagine? And I'll wear my dad slippers on that sucker, bro.
I think he's Joe Rogan, bro. First podcast talking about a plane. I can't.
No, bro. You know what, man? So at the end of the day, what's in the box? It came from like just us adding a component, a segment to make the podcast different. So
Be different. That's what we always try to do, just be a little different, right?
Yeah.
In all aspects of life, but especially this. A lot of podcasts out there. We know you guys are busy. You guys got bigger people doing podcasts than us.
And one thing I will say, our fathers do tell us all the time, siempre están inventando.
Oh,
So what that means in English, for those that don't know Spanish, it's okay. It's what are you guys always inventing?
yeah.
So we invented this segment, and it definitely relates to us because we'll bring anything out and we'll just start talking trash. So you know what? I think we can lean into that segment and then we can talk about what's in the box.
Let's talk about it. You want to do it?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Are you guys ready?
What did we put in here?
I don't know, man. I'm nervous to find out what's in there today.
Take this awesome tumbler.
Nice tumbler. That Cheetah can actually, if you the first 50 subscribers actually get this Yeti tumbler for free.
Wait, this whole thing?
That whole thing, you get it for free.
Nice. And it's Yeti.
And it's a Yeti.
First 50 people, don't sleep on this.
Don't sleep. All right.
That's worth it right there. All right, bro. I mean,
Oh.
how did I get it?
I don't know. How did that even fit?
What?
How did this even
Stop
fit?
right now. Stop.
No, there's no way, bro. This has to be a lie. You gotta be kidding me.
All right, well,
This is ridiculous.
how deep is this thing? Is it got a hole down here? How is this thing getting
Did Bugs Bunny come out of this thing?
like a fishing hand or something?
Let me help you out, bro.
Yeah, please do.
Let me. We're gonna put this on top. Whoa.
Brother, what? Brother, what is this?
What is this?
What is this? A warning? Warning to what's to come? I don't get it.
Wow.
Caution what? I don't, what's going on here?
Thought of putting a code as the first piece
did you
of
get this?
feature out of the segment.
Where does this come from? This is not a story? Is this,
Everything we have, it has a
is
story.
this from the tailgate?
This came from the tailgate.
Oh, stop. Oh, my God.
This came from a tailgate, a special tailgate we went to. It was parked next to us. It became a part of the tailgate. We named it Tony, and we're
Yeah, we gotta stop doing it. We gotta stop stealing.
and people started loving Tony and we're like, oh, now Tony is us, a part of the family. So we brought it home and,
Dude, where do you keep this?
you know, I try to make it as visible as I can. So when I open the garage, he stares right outside.
This has been great, dude. Get that out here. Bro, I didn't even fit that in there. I can't.
It has a pothole down there.
I believe you.
So,
All right, so that was in the box.
That was
Big
in the
old
box.
traffic cone.
yeah.
That's random. I mean, I know we said it'd be random, but good lord. All right, I'm in for it, dude. I'm in for it.
Orange is one of your favorite colors.
Orange and green, bro. We bleed them.
Orange and green,
For anybody
baby.
who's not a Canes fan, we're sorry. We're sorry. You can definitely jump on that bandwagon this season, though.
If you do jump on the bandwagon, hit us up. We'll send you a care package. You know.
We're a good fan base.
Oh, man. That's funny.
What else we got?
So we're gonna go ahead and go towards the end of the show. We're always gonna end the show with a quote, whether it comes from us, the special guest, but today's quote has a little deep meaning and thought.
This quote, it starts with, if you're not going to get any more information, then you don't need any more time. Just decide.
All you have to do is just decide. And this quote came from a gentleman called Alex Hormozy.
Shout out to Alex, by the way.
A hell of a individual, entrepreneur, guy I follow a lot.
It's a deep quote.
Very true to what it is. Sometimes you just have to decide, especially with the information you have. Sometimes we don't have enough information.
I never have enough.
And if you do have enough information, you just sometimes need to decide. And that decision has to come within. And I don't know, how do you feel about that? What do you think?
I had to really digest that quote. You told me that earlier. I still think I am digesting it still, but I think that before we decide to jump into something, we try to get as much information before we buy something, you know, as simple as buying something, right? Buying a TV, before I just run out and jump into it, I do a lot of research, try to get all the information I can and decide. At that point, it's either, hey, you're gonna buy it or you're not gonna buy it, just decide. And it's as simple as buying something expensive to making a life decision, right?
Are we gonna have a second kid?
Oh.
You know, sometimes it's like, we're not gonna look for more information as to when are you ready. Just decide.
By the way, you're never ready. I just had a second kid. Was he 4 days old?
Congratulations.
How are we doing this podcast right now? I don't even know.
He has to be back for a feed, so that's why we're cutting it off.
Yeah, right. Are you ready? Are you ever ready? Are you ever ready for a first kid, number one? And I can promise you, you're never ready for the second kid. You may think you're ready for a first kid, but you'll never think you're ready for a second kid. And I can promise you, I was not ready, right? But you're as ready as you're ever gonna be.
And sometimes you just have to decide. You know, you have the most information you have with you, and you compiled. You just don't need any more time to make that decision. So you just have to decide whether you're going to move forward in the new path or continue in the old path. And that's where that life splits. And that happens many times. Like, we want more information out of even our own family, right? We expect more information, and sometimes you just don't need any more information in what you are trying to achieve to get to that solution, right? To make that decision and to provide a solution for that moment. So it's a very deep quote. It's a thinker. It's something you just have to sit there and think about. And I hope that leaves you guys thinking with the end of the podcast. We appreciate you guys jumping on.
Yeah, man, for real. Thank you, guys.
Once again, like, subscribe, click the notification button if you're following us on YouTube. Share us. Share us on Instagram, share us on YouTube. That's going to be the only two platforms we're going to be using.
TikTok? Yeah, I get it.
You are wearing an American flag.
I get where you're going.
Yeah, no, I was hoping that, the red, white, and blue would stick around and we don't offend it, So, hey, to your families, to everybody, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th, guys. Stay safe. Dads, be careful with those fireworks. Seriously.
Yes, yeah.
And there's always one, right?
I've seen some ugly stuff when I used to work in the ER. Take care of your young ones. Make sure you guys have the essential Band-Aids just in case. Don't put ice on a burn. Fireworks, burns happen. Do not put ice. Cold water. Simple, cold water. Do your own research.
Please.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. Love you guys. Tag along for the journey. Episode 2.
Episode 2, half glass empty or half glass full? What kind of person are you?
What type of person, man? Hey, love you all.
Appreciate it. Be good, guys. Stay safe.